Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. This is tutorial series number 24 here in Maharlikans code. Okay, so we will continue guys in our user's registration here in what I call this Yabi series. Okay guys, we will continue this complete user's registration. Then we can probably insert our new users information to our MySQL database. Okay guys, let's dive into this tutorial. Okay guys, welcome back to our channel. Okay, well, we will continue now guys our thing. So we have already created in our previous discussion, we already hash our password, and then we already have the insert statement here by using this prepare statement here in what do you call this MySQL Golang's MySQL driver. Okay, so and then we will insert it here guys, and then we also have a new user's ID here, so the last inserted ID, so we also want to capture that one guys in this function. So of course this one is very useful when you have other functions that might need or probably will need the new user's ID, because every time when you register there is a certain unique ID for each user guys. So this function create user function will return with the valid of course the latest inserted ID. Okay, so we will continue on. We will go back to our auth.go under this API. We will now proceed with our MySQL here guys. So we will probably create what do you call this, we need to open up our database connection here guys to feed our our MySQL database. Okay, so we will continue on. Okay. Okay guys, okay, SQL open. Okay, so probably we have a MySQL here. This is the syntax side, but I think we need to create some function first guys, because okay guys, we will proceed with our what do you call this, because this one is we need to have the connection string guys. So this one is always repeat one, so we would like to create a separate function guys. We called it probably in our here guys, we try here first guys. I think this one is okay enough, is good enough here, because this one is your connection string. So every time this one you can we can probably paste in our config Okay, so we will continue. We will create this function guys. So db name, so we require db name as a string here, and then we will return as a string as well this function. So so that we will feed this into our SQL open guys. So we only require a database name, or we will set also some default database name in our config guys. So we will set up everything for this one. Is the connection is the connection string guys for your database. Okay, okay, that's good enough. So we will your local variable here, so we will set the default there. If the user will key in this database, then we will just pass on with the localized variable here guys. So if this one is leave as empty, trim space db name, oops, and then is got the 0, then we will set the db localized variable here to our config guys. So probably we don't have yet. We will go with our config guys. So this is our db here. We will try remove this one. We don't want to use guys. So this one is the real connection string in our previous discussion. So right now we will have the exact this one is the exact thing, guys, in our functions there. Instead of using this constant string, we will try to reuse this function, and then we will come up with this kind of string, guys. So this one, our database there is not mkc, so we will this one is for my dummy only. So we will have Maharlikans code. This is our database name. So this is our database name. We also want to have a constant for the DB username. In this case, we just say root. This one is a DB username is your database username. Okay, so this one also constant DB password. This one you can leave it blank. This one is you can just specify the password, guys. My local MySQL, we don't have a password here, but when we publish this in our production, definitely we have of course we have a password, guys. Okay, this one is a DB password. Okay, is your database password. Okay, so this one would be this is the exact string that we will do it here, guys. So no worries, we can just remove this. Okay, so DB host name, we can just put this as a DB host name. So this one is for your this one is your database server host name or IP address. Okay, I will lay out for you guys with of course with the port number. Okay, example, this one I just illustrate you guys so that we don't want to lose all this information. Okay, the default one is 3306. Okay, so we will continue. DB host name probably now is 127.0.0 or localhost name, guys. This one we can change later in our production, guys, so no worries. Okay, so we all have this under this package. Now we have this DB information. Okay, guys, this one you can always encrypt this password with our encryption, but for the sake of simplicity, now we don't want to provide any password yet because my local database we don't have password, but in our production we have the password. So probably we can try to encrypt this in our next we publish this into our production, guys. Okay, so we will continue on. Config that this one is the DB name. So this is our default database name, which is the Maharlikans code. So okay, so we will provide this function here. Okay, so we will just continue. Okay, then we can return this with the fmt, then sprint f. So this time is we will concatenate together, guys, all this with s, the exact string that we have removed in our config, guys. So colon here, this is our username, and then the next one is our password, and then at TCP, and then we will open close open close parenthesis here, then put s here, the string. So these are all the TCP, which is the IP address, and then / this is our database name, and then always have this parse time argument as part of our connection string, guys, to capture all those time stamp for the MySQL database. Don't forget this one, guys, the parse time. Okay, and then the character set, this one all the standard one. Character set is equal to UTF 8, then MB4, and then no space, ATF, then UTF 8. Okay, so okay, then we need the config. This one is we need the config. I cannot see. Okay, username, and then we will just continue here below, guys. Okay, db password. So in our configuration now, and then config dot db host name. Okay, and then our database name. Okay, so we all have now a reusable db connection string, guys, for our MySQL. So okay, in this case now we can continue with our registration there. So we can probably we can pass on now this what do you call this, create user. Oh no, sorry, this one. We are still in the SQL open, and then right now we need a DSN, so data source name. So we can reuse this our function name called db const string. Then we leave it default, guys, as a blank one. Then it can capture our default database name, which is the Maharlikans code. If you have multiple database, of course you can pass on here, guys, like new db name or like that, guys, and then you can connect with the same IP address or host name. Normally in our host name in our database, we have multiple databases there, so we can just with same server name or host name or IP address, we can have multiple databases there inside in that MySQL server there. So in this case we have a fully reusable connections, guys, so we can just pass on with necessary database name, and then we can connect directly. Okay, so we can it's easy for us to reconnect our database. Okay, so we have this check as usual the error, guys. Okay, so we as our ITR log here, we can log everything here, guys. So then ensure that you have a defer, guys, so it will just not hanging there if it's not used. So we can just close this connection from our by using this defer, guys. So okay, after this we will form or create our inputs already, guys. So we can just new just say new Yabi user information. Okay, I just pass on like this, and then new user local variable Yabi data user. So we will use now our struct, guys, to fill in all the necessary fields there. So in this case we have a username. Okay, on top we have a username, so we can now reuse use all these arguments or the payload, guys, so we can pass on with our Yabi user struct there. So the password also from the parameter there, payload. Okay, and then we have some email, and then of course we have the email. We can is super user, we just say it's false, guys. So this one is the highest privilege, guys, though, so don't forget all these things. This one must turn off, is admin. This one we can remove later part, guys. We will enhance this later part, guys, so we will just fill in with the all false, guys. So let's see, is active, and then is active. Okay, so we have done all this, and then we have already have some information here, guys, for our new user. Okay, but the email part we will leave it for a while, so I'll just copy this. So now we will continue on with our new create user, what they call this, Yabi user here. This one is a dbcon, so we have a db Yabi already, guys, so we can pass on already, and then a new user struct. So this is our data, and then after that the email we don't have yet. We have some confirm password, we'll just pass on, and then the tools. Okay, so we will have this in now. Okay, sorry. So okay, as usual, if error not equal to nil, and then we will continue itr log. We will log all the errors, guys, so at least we will know in our backend is there any errors. So this is very important for us to troubleshoot in our later part. So we will have this return back to the user, guys. If any errors there, we will prompt it with the user there, guys. So okay, so later we will test this together. Okay, byte, we need this byte, and then caret, and then okay, guys, to capture our time, this one is already pre-populated, guys. So every time there is an error there in from this function, from the Yabi create user, we will say like is success, ensure that this one should not be true, guys. Okay, should be false, because even it will throw an error, so it's not a successful user creation. Okay, so alert title, we just have this fixed error here, new user creation failed, but this alert message is we capture it from here, guys. So remember that we have this user here. We have all this error message like this username is required, email is required, all these things, guys. So these are all some basic what do you call this, validation. Later we'll enhance this further, guys. Our goal is we need to insert first from our MySQL, because right now it's totally empty, guys. So we would like to populate that. Okay, so in this case, this is active here. This is active account is what we call this. This one, when it is true, then we don't want to send an email to the user, guys. Okay, so okay, guys, so after this we will like there is a new user. If successful, then it will proceed here, guys. Okay, so this one we don't have like a welcome. You can we will enhance this later on. We will have some kind of, after the user registration successful, the new user pop-up will come out, some information to inform the user, and then we will redirect back to some kind of a page there. But in this case, we don't have some kind of a page at the moment, guys. So probably we can block this one first, because we don't have page. But this one is in our future layout, guys, after some kind of a registration. So okay, so insert new users registration here. If this one is false, in this case our thing here is false, so we will send some what do you call this, email. So we will at the moment we don't want to send first, guys, so we will probably disable this one first. So we will try to use true first, because we don't have email yet. Okay, so this one is automatic update, guys. I mean the status is activated for the new user's account. So remember that we have two options here. There is an automatic user's account activation if it is locally or internally created user. Any other purpose there, you can use this feature, guys, for our Yabi authentication system here. And the another one is for the user's registration. This one is we require for the public pages there. So but at the moment we don't have some email features here, but definitely in our next discussion we will have some email automatic email notification using SendGrid or the classic SMTP there. Okay, so we will continue on. This one is for the true statement here, I mean false statement for the public users registration. So we also cater here, okay, it's successful in a different kind of a message, like a registration is successful or whatsoever, guys. So this one is in your part. This is your customized part here. So but we just want to use this create user to insert a new new user to our Yabi user there. Okay, so I think it's all done here, guys. Now we would like to test our application here. So by saying this, we need to set again our goes every time you want to export to WASM, guys. So set go arcs, go arcs. Okay, then go arc, then WASM. Okay, so I need to check, guys. Hold on for a while. Go environment. What's the name? I complain go arc is correct. Okay, so already set. Okay, so we can now go build. Okay, then I need this. We need to throw to this. No, not this. Okay, this is the one. Okay, ensure that you have in the root directory of your this WASM, guys. Okay. Okay, so we need to use this as auth WASM, and then the main go, press enter. Okay, so no errors, so the new file should be there. So okay, there is a new file exported. So this one we can ensure that you are under this directory, guys, or whatever your project there. So before you execute this WASM build. Okay, so this one we don't need anymore. This one we can now we already have a new file there, the WASM file. We will run this out. We'll run our server, go run main.go, and then we can access our registration page. Okay, so we will reload. This is our login, so we need to go to our registration. So okay, ensure that we have our console here, if any errors. Okay, so we will try to validate now, guys. Okay, some errors there. Register, API register. Okay, guys, last time we have some error, guys. So this one we need to import this this kind of configuration. I mean, you need to only import only in this main.go, the main go in your root directory, guys. Okay, this is the main thing. You cannot use probably it's not ideal to import from here, guys. This is the blank import for the MySQL driver. So this is the from their instruction from the GitHub, guys. So we can just put this into our main.go in your root directory. Okay, not the main.go from the WASM. Okay, anyways, no WASM, no MySQL driver that you can import there. So only you can import into your original, I say another term is what they call the original main.go inside your root main.go. So just ensure that you have this one, guys. That's why it will throw an error. So always check your log there, then you can always have this error message there or something, the detailed error, guys. So right now we can try to, that is the only missing part only. Okay, so we just ensure that this driver will store in your main.go, the root main.go. Okay, so just paste it there, and then you just save. Then we can just close that one, guys. So we can now explore our MySQL here, the registration. So when we try, okay, now this is from our Yabi authentication, guys. So okay, this one is username is required. This is from our Yabi package, this one. So the new user registration failed, so we need to fill up, guys. We try admin, and then we will try the basic one first. New user registration failed again. Okay, email is required. So if we put some funny email here, I'll try again. I think password is required. Okay, I think the email we never set first. Okay, new user creation failed. New user password didn't match, so it's working our basic one, guys, basic authentication thing, the basic validation. So okay, so we will just pass on all this information. New user creation failed. Terms of service is required. By joining Maharlikans code, you are agreeing to our terms and conditions. So okay, so we need to tick this. Okay, now is email user. I think we need to add the email validation part, guys, so we miss out this one. Now it says a new user successfully created, guys. Okay, we'll see if this one is having here or not. Okay, it's good, guys. We have already inserted a new user here from our Maharlikans code Yabi user table. Okay, so we have this information. We have a first name, middle name, last name. All these things are optional at the moment, guys, because in our registration here we don't require. It's up to you guys if you require here, but the basic techniques for the user to sign up, guys, is give them very basic information to start on. Okay, so don't require too much of information, because user may go away or something like is off for them. So okay, so we just fill in with the username and the password. Okay, now as we totally inserted a new record, guys, so by doing this from our this one ITR log we no longer using. So later part we will enhance. Okay, we will add at this time we still have time to further enhance this. Okay, so okay, guys, we will use our existing package called the Sakto again. Okay, so we will check if email address is valid or not. Okay, so if this one will return true or false, guys. Sakto dot is email valid. So okay, I already provided in this our own package, guys. Okay, then we will check return 0, then errors dot new, and then we just say invalid email address. Just say like that, guys. Okay, so this is our from our package here, create user. So we will just update invalid email address. Okay, please try again or something. Maybe we can add please try again. Okay, so we will run. This one is not part of our WebAssembly, so it's just a normal Go script, guys, so we can just try again now. Okay, so admin, we'll try the same thing, guys. Just a funny email there. Okay, this one we know already is validating properly. We will try the email. Okay, so now it's popping up, guys. Invalid email address, please try again. So if we try like aaa dot something like that, guys, we'll try. Okay, still validating, invalid email. So we'll try a.1 again. Let's see if it's working or not. Invalid email address. Okay, you just say it's dot. Invalid again. We will try .com or something. That one is okay, we will try with .com1. Invalid, guys. Okay, so we will see. We just try to remove new user created. Okay, we will check again. Although it's a duplicate, guys, we don't want to duplicate here. Later we will create a new function to validate all those unique one. Okay, so we don't want the duplicate username. And then this is our next topic, guys, so just hang on for okay, so probably we can now insert and then validate some good information here, guys, so we can then our WASM is no error at the moment. Okay, so probably we can end this part, guys. We will continue on. We will enhance this, the username. We will block if any exists. We don't want the duplicate one, guys. And then the password also is properly hashed from the Golang itself there using the bcrypt. and then the date join is also properly added, and then is active is 1, means it's true guys, it's active. Okay, so we have done this guys. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching my video here, our tutorial series here in Maharlikans Code. Okay, so we will we have done successfully our registration there, the user's registration. So just move up a bit. Okay, so it's totally done, and then we will enhance that one guys. The one is a very basic one, because our goal is we want to insert the new user registration to our MySQL database. So we have done that successfully. In our next discussion, we will enhance our validation there. We will block any duplicate username, and then of course we will have some automatic email confirmation, and then the user will receive an email from our Yabi system there, the authentication, and then they will click on that link or that button there. We will design that one for our for the email layout, the HTML email layout. We will probably use the SendGrid and then the classic SMTP. Okay, so we have done this successfully guys. We can probably rest for a while. Okay, so I hope you enjoy our tutorial series here in Maharlikans Code, and I hope I imparted with you and contributed with to you, or most especially to our students, or all those just started learning programming language, or enhance Golang programming language there, or whatsoever from other languages they came from. And then welcome aboard here in Maharlikans Code. Kindly subscribe to my channel so that you can have more videos like this. You will be notified. Don't forget the notification bell guys. Thank you so much for your support, and then may God bless us all. Keep safe everyone. Thank you so much. May God bless us all. Thank you, and bye bye.